Good morning, Tennessee Valley. Welcome on this beautiful Tuesday morning. Thanks for joining us today. My name is Matt Ryerson. I'm your Tuesday morning host. This is
Matt Tolbert, the Jerry Lewis to your Dean Martin, Matt.
Dean Martin. I kind of like that one.
You like that one?
I do.
Can you sing like him?
I'd rather go Sinatra. How about you're the Dean to my Sinatra?
Okay, I like Dean, so I can handle that. You're the Sammy Davis Jr. to my... Oh, wait, no, that's probably...
Jerry Lewis?
I don't know.
We're shifting now.
Yeah, a little bit.
Welcome today. We appreciate you joining us on this Tuesday morning. It is 6:32 a.m. and a comfortable 70 degrees here in the studio.
Yes, in the studio it's 70 degrees.
It's a little chilly out today, but it was a wonderful... How was your weekend?
It was nice. It was nice. Went to the Golden Corral. Have you been there?
I have been.
But they have, this is the only reason I really like going there now is because they have a chocolate fountain.
Wow.
It's a fountain of chocolate, and
it's... Put your cup under there?
Well, not cup. No, it's not like hot chocolate. No, they have like Rice Krispie treats, and fruit,
wow,
and all that, and you just dip it under, just put it under the fountain, and it covers it up, and
wow,
good stuff.
Yeah,
good stuff. I don't go to Golden Corral very often, but when I do, it's because of the Golden Fountain.
Yeah.
I mean the chocolate fountain.
Golden Fountain. Is that what they call it?
It's like a golden fountain. It's just as valuable as a golden fountain.
Wow, that is interesting. Your weekend highlight was Golden Corral.
Yes. Yes.
Well, I tell you, I had a really adventuresome, is that a word? If it's not, it should be.
Adventurous.
Adventurous weekend. We started off the weekend, we went and saw the movie Courageous.
I've heard of this.
Have you seen this?
No, I don't know much about it.
Baptist Church out of Georgia. They did the movie Fireproof.
Right.
Fighting the Giants, I think, was the other movie they did. And the other movies were great. The acting was, and I know this isn't the movie review show. That's Rob and Ryan on Fridays. But I just got to tell you, this movie was unbelievable.
Really?
Yeah, and for any of you fathers out there, you as a father and another expectant father, big announcement last week.
Yes.
For any of you that are fathers out there, this is a must-see. This is really a must-see movie. I was blown away. Bring a box of tissues.
See, that's what I was going to ask. Is it going to make me cry? Because that's what I heard about Fireproof and...
Well, Fireproof got you misty, fighting the Giants. There might have been a little tear formulating on the cusp of your eyeball.
But this one...
This one is gushers.
See, I don't like to cry, though, Matt. I don't like crying.
I mean, the guy I went with, who is a manly man, we went with several couples, one of the guys, he literally said, I was on the brink of sobbing. He was like, geez. It was all I had to do to not have my shoulders start going. It was, I tell you, great movie though. Great message, great movie. Pretty well acted. You got to see that. And then Saturday, my wife and I, every year for the last 4 or 5 years, have gotten season tickets, and you've been there to the CSO.
Chattanooga Symphony Orchestra.
The Symphony Orchestra out of Chattanooga. This is our last year. We have the presidential series here in Bradley County at Lee University, which is just as good. In fact, the CSO comes here. But this past Saturday night, you'll appreciate this. This past Saturday night, they did classic Eagles music.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So they had this cover band, which was actually really good, and it was backed by the Symphony Orchestra.
Oh, wow.
Playing Eagles music. So any of you Eagles fans out there, it was good. They played all the classics. I tell you what, Desperado with the symphony was amazing. It was really amazing. But what was the highlight of the night?
Hotel California.
Hotel California. And during the guitar solo, for you guys that are Eagles fans, Hotel California has a really nice guitar solo. They did it a little bit differently. They brought the first chair violinist out.
Oh, yeah.
And they did this kind of dueling banjo between the lead guitar and the first chair violin that was unbelievable. Yeah, it was just unbelievable. So You don't have to get season tickets, and the tickets actually are not unreasonable. They have a number of special events last year that was the Beatles. They did the Beatles music.
They did ABBA the year before.
ABBA, and the year before that was Queen.
Yeah.
And so they have these events every year that are pretty interesting. You gotta check this out. So if you have a chance to go, I highly recommend it. The CSO is a great event. But we have it right here in town, a presidential series over at Lee University, and I think the CSO is coming. In fact,
that's cool.
Bob Bernhardt, who was the CSO Maestro. That's a title I desperately want.
You don't deserve it.
No, I don't deserve it. But
Neither do I. None of us do.
I'd love to be able to go into a meeting and they say, "Your title, sir, is it Doctor, Mister, Maestro?"
You know what that just means?
What's
master?
Is it? Oh, is it just like a master's degree?
No, I don't know about that. No, it just means that's just like Seinfeld. Do you remember that old Seinfeld episodes? And they had a guy who was a maestro,
right?
But he always wanted to be called maestro.
Yeah. Well,
so when I got my master's degree, I actually talked to all my friends and I said, "Yeah, well, you have to address me as master now."
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be happening.
They do.
I'm sure they still do.
They mockingly do.
We got some tidbits of news today, which are pretty interesting, actually. Bradley County emergency workers received an honor yesterday at the county commission for some rescue work they did during the floods. They actually saved a woman's life. They used, swift water rescue techniques.
Oh, yeah.
Because she was in danger of drowning with all the rain that we had, like record-setting rains recently. September 22nd, they plucked Brittany Hicks from a tree to which she was clinging using swift water techniques. So, yay to Chief Woody and his entire team. Yeah. Congratulations and good work, and glad you got recognized.
We heard him come by the Kiwanis meeting, and he talked about swift water rescue.
He is definitely one of my heroes. They do good work over there. Those guys put their lives on the line every day. So, also the Bradley County Commission, same meeting, made two other big decisions. They did vote to continue creating a Bradley County only full-time fire department, which has been on the table and debated for years.
But they finally decided to do it.
They're doing it. They're going forward with that. And Blue Springs Elementary, which of course was wiped out during the storms of April 27th, was traditionally in District 6. They bought land and are rebuilding it right there on Blue Springs Road, but up a ways. So it actually slid into the 5th District, and there was debate, should they shift district lines to keep that in the 6th District, or are they going to move the school to the 5th District? They did decide to move it to the 5th District.
Now, when you say move it up, you're talking about toward town? Or
yes, it's closer to town. It's closer to town. So it's not far from APD 40. It was about 3 miles out from APD 40 previously. A little more than that, and now it's not even a mile out, so it's significantly closer. Yeah. So that is some of our local news, which is always exciting to see what's going on. Also, Restaurant Tuesday is today.
Ooh.
As many of you know, the United Way partners with local restaurants, and the restaurants kick in a percentage of their profits that day to the United Way effort, and there's a number of agencies that benefit from that. Today,
where is it?
CBC Cleveland, which is the Chattanooga Billiards Club Cleveland, brand new restaurant in town.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. I didn't even heard of
brand new, right on the corner of Inman and Church, I think. It's right across from the museum on Inman. So if you're out today, check out this new place. It's really spectacular.
Now, so it's a restaurant, it's not a billiards club?
It is both.
Oh, I see.
Yes, they have tables and serve food, and they do have billiards set up. So go on over. It's a great opportunity to check out the new place in town. So go over to the CBC. And then the Red Ribbon, which is Nancy Kaysen. She is the Thursday morning host here. She does an amazing job. She is by far the second best host on this show.
Easily.
Just kidding. Dan, you are the best. Let's not kid ourselves.
Yes.
Kim and Joe, well, Kim's great. We'll just say that. But Nancy's shop, the Red Ribbon, is having a red ribbon cutting today as they are opening their new shop. They've moved. So the shop is called Red Ribbon, and they're having a red ribbon cutting today. So it's the red ribbon cutting.
Why does it have to be a red ribbon cutting?
Well, because it's a play on words.
It's a confusing.
Red ribbon cutting today at about 10 o'clock.
Right next to stores or something?
Yeah, right next to the CBC, actually, just up the street on Inman there.
It's a new place for them.
Yeah, cool. that area of Inman's really being redeveloped, which is really cool.
That's good.
Yeah, they got the Catch and CBC and the red ribbon cutting. Sifted, a new bakery. It's a really neat place with the museum.
Why go with red? Why can't it be like blue?
Red ribbon, blue ribbon cutting.
I like blue. Blue's my favorite color.
We're going to take a quick look at the weather. Then we have a special guest today, Joyce Vanderpool from the Grab Coalition's here. Today, mostly sunny, high of 82. Tomorrow, it is going to rain. A high of 54 degrees.
Do you see that? Look at the low.
Am I reading that right?
The low tonight is 54 degrees. The high tomorrow, 54 degrees.
That is nice catch, Matt Tolbert.
It's a drop of 28 degrees overnight.
Nice math as well.
Thank you.
Thursday, mostly sunny with a high of 56. It is cooling down. It is fall-like.
You make fun, but I know how to subtract.
You do.
I do.
We're going to take a quick commercial break. Joyce Vanderpool from the Grab Coalition is going to be with us. We'll be right back. Subtract.
Kyle Dodge Chrysler Jeep, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland, is your #1 Dodge Chrysler and Jeep dealer in this area. Stop by and see the brand new 2011 Chrysler 200. The 200 is essentially a new nameplate with a significant facelift to the outgoing 2010 Chrysler Sebring. A beautiful vehicle at an unbeatable price. And while you're there, check out the all-new Jeep Grand Cherokee and the newly designed Dodge Durango. Redesigned, revamped, and reinvigorated. Yes, the Dodge Durango is back, bigger and better than ever. Kyle Dodge Chrysler Jeep offers a complete parts and service department with qualified service technicians to fix and repair your vehicle. So for your next brand new or pre-owned vehicle, make it Kyle Dodge Chrysler Jeep, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland.
How would you like to look and feel better? If so, then visit the Ford Center for Anti-Aging, located at 2020 Key Street Northwest. Dr. Ford has been serving Cleveland and the surrounding area since 1984. He is a licensed physician with the Board of Anti-Aging Medicine, offering affordable Botox injections. Botox is a medication that is used to treat dynamic wrinkles such as crow's feet, forehead lines, and frown lines. In addition to Botox therapy, rejuvenate and smooth wrinkled skin. The micro laser peel treats skin conditions associated with aging and active lifestyles. If you're looking for safe and affordable anti-aging treatment, call the Ford Center for Anti-Aging at 423-614-0535, located at 2020 Key Street Northwest.
I'm Dr. James Markham, host of the television program Heart of Health, seen right here on WTNB television, Thursday at 7 o'clock, Friday at 8 a.m., or Sunday at 3:30 p.m.
I'm Wes Robbins with Landmark Insurance Brokerage. When it comes to employee benefits, we've got you covered. Call me today for the best service and best solutions to your group health and employee benefits needs. At Landmark Insurance Brokerage, we've got you covered.
Hard news here, hard news. Welcome back on this Tuesday morning if you're getting ready for work or your day at 6:45 a.m. Thanks for joining us today. We have a very special guest this morning, Joyce Vanderpool from the Grab Coalition. Joyce, welcome.
Thank you. It's good to be here, Maestro.
Thanks for having us.
You got your wish.
Yes,
It's the last time.
There you go. Thanks for joining us today, Joyce. For those viewers who, I know you were just on a few weeks ago making an announcement about this big month, but we might have 1 or 2 new viewers, potentially. More likely we've lost a couple viewers.
Jennifer's mother is actually going to be watching
Yes!
today.
Yeah, but it's
Yes.
Tuesday, so there's
Jennifer
probably
James'
fewer
mother.
this morning.
She's from some place called Canada.
Yeah, it's just right next
Is that
to...
a foreign country?
Yes, next to Czechoslovakia.
It's next. Yes, it's a Slovakian.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So welcome.
She's a Slavic or a
Jennifer
Slav.
James's mother. She didn't even bother to tell us your name, but
Good morning, Mom.
Good morning.
So Joyce, tell us about the GRAB Coalition. What is GRAB?
Now you're using up my time.
Sorry,
I
go.
know.
Go. You have a lot written down here.
The GRAB Coalition is going respectfully against addictive behaviors. And our executive director, Tanya Sutherland, had this brainstorm of having 31 days of prevention in the month of October instead of just the traditional Red Ribbon Week, which reminds me, Nancy Kaysen is having her red ribbon cutting ceremony for the Red Ribbon Shop during Red Ribbon Week and Red Ribbon Month,
Wow.
and will undoubtedly wear red.
That's a mouthful.
And I did that all without saying Red Ribbon Week.
Yeah, nice work. Professional storyteller, that's what that is.
I think Nancy is a genius.
Oh, she is. Well, I gave her the idea.
Oh, okay.
It has been an incredible month. It really has, fellas. We've had such wonderful cooperation. We started out with both mayors signing the proclamation,
Right, I saw that.
declaring it the 31 days of prevention. And everybody has been on board. Both school systems have had all kinds of things. We're on the spill up at Walker Valley daily with different little tidbits about substance abuse prevention. We've had speakers at Kiwanis. We've had them at Sunrise Rotary. The National Guard has come in twice to put on classes at Cleveland High. I've been on TV with you and, more importantly, Dan Howell.
Exactly.
He's better looking anyhow. We've put on some adult education classes.
Right.
As a matter of fact, I have one this evening, so I'll be over at Stewart doing a class there on substance abuse
Wow.
prevention. So
Great.
we've done programs at the library. Last Saturday, Tanya did one at the library, bringing in a guest pilot, Bob Anderson, who's a local pilot who does the Flight for Life.
Oh, yeah,
Flights.
I know, Bob.
And he came in to talk to the kids about the fact that if you want to be a pilot, you have to be drug-free. So it's kind of a subliminal way of getting to these kids
Right.
and making them understand the
Right.
importance. So, and of course, we've been in the newspaper. We were all over the front page yesterday.
Yes, I saw that. 2 articles on the front page.
But my picture wasn't in it, so you can't find me $1 at Kiwanis. Coming up now, this particular Wednesday, we are having an open house at our offices,
Great.
and that's open to the public from 9 to 5. It's a small office, but because we're making it from 9 to 5, people can come and go.
Sure.
And we want you to come in and see the kind of stuff we have, the materials we have, how we can be of assistance to the community, and just get to know us. We are in the Hiwassee Mental Health Building at 940 South Ocoee. And if you come up beside the building, come up to the back. We're on the upper level, and there's only 2 doors back there, and you can come in either one.
Okay.
So that's open to the public. And then on Friday, we're having a prayer breakfast, and that will be down at the Boys and Girls Club. Unfortunately, that's not open to the general public because we're limited in numbers,
Sure.
but we have invited as many pastors as we can get a hold of in the community and some of the other dignitaries. I think I even invited you. But
Never been accused of being a dignitary before.
well,
so.
I said even. Yeah.
Maestro,
but-
maybe. Dignitary,
I
no.
pray all the time, but I don't always get breakfast, so that might be something I'd
Well,
come to.
you might. I guess I could fit you in.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. Anyhow, that's at 8 o'clock at the Boys and Girls Club on 3rd Street at the Tucker Unit. And that is really by reservation. If anybody wants to come, we would really prefer that they call us. And our number is 472-5800. 472-5800.
5,800.
5800 is another way of putting it.
See how
He can subtract.
There's
too.
I
that-
can subtract?
But don't subtract. It'll be the wrong number.
Right, no, to just put it all together.
Right.
Yeah.
And our website is www.grab, with 2 A's, coalition.com. GRAAB. October 26th, we'll have to get Nancy Kaysen in on this. It's Wear Red Day. Okay. And you guys ought to wear red too on the 26th.
Okay.
And then we're culminating this whole thing. It's a big word. Do you know what the word culminate means?
Could you explain it to me?
No. But culminating in a whole week of drug take-back. We did this in April. It was delayed because of the tornadoes, but was a phenomenal success anyhow. We collected over 20 pounds of pills. When you consider that's not the bottles, that's not liquids or anything, that's a lot of pills for our very first event and with the disaster. So we're doing it again. The Sheriff's Department has graciously cooperated with us, and for the full week, the last week of October, from 9 to 3, you can take any unused, obsolete, very old, decayed, whatever they are, medications to the Sheriff's Department. You go around the side by the Criminal Investigations Unit. No questions asked, no forms to fill out, no having to produce your photo ID, and dispose of them. It'll be Monday through Friday, 9 to 3, and then it will be on Saturday from 10 to 2.
Great. And this kind of disposal is really important.
Oh, critical.
Right, because, well, explain that.
Number one, the smallest thing probably is to keep it out of our groundwater. And that's surprising for me to say that's the smallest thing. Please don't flush your drugs. But more importantly, keeps them off the streets.
Right.
They're not in somebody's medicine cabinet where a teen can come along or somebody visiting or whatever and help themselves and turn them into money on the streets and get them in the wrong hands.
Right.
And if I have just a moment, I will say, real estate agents out there, when you have an open house, please tell your sellers to lock up their drugs or take them with them. It's a good opportunity.
Prescription drug abuse is the fastest growing form of drug abuse in America right now.
It is. Prescription and over-the-counter drugs and inhalants. They put them together. And we don't want them getting in the wrong hands.
So open house this Wednesday.
This Wednesday.
Prayer breakfast Friday.
Friday.
Make reservations for that. And then October 26th kicks off a week.
Whole week
of drug take back.
Correct.
Excellent.
So October 26th is Wear Red Day.
Well, Wed Day.
Yes.
To the Wed Women.
Yes, to the Wed Women on Red Women Week and Wed Women
cutting red.
Cutting. Okay.
I'm glad I don't work with you anymore.
So, if somebody wants more information about all this stuff, again, the phone number and the website?
The phone number is 472-5800 or 5800.
Thank you.
And the website is GRAB Coalition, GRAAB Coalition.com.
Excellent.
Very cool.
Excellent.
Very cool.
Joyce, thanks for joining us this morning.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being so nice.
Periodically. Assistant Maestro.
We really appreciate you and I appreciate the work you and Tanya. I know I do that on purpose now. Tanya are doing for our community. GRAB Coalition is a pillar of substance abuse prevention, and it's an important part of our
You've been going, what, 5 years now?
Approximately, yeah.
Yeah,
That's awesome. That's awesome.
That's great.
And I didn't mention our Drug-Free Communities Grant. Without that, we wouldn't be functioning. Thank you, federal government, for a Drug-Free Communities Grant.
There you go. Drug-Free community, and that's a big grant here locally.
It
Don't
is.
often hear us thanking the federal government, but hey.
There are times.
There are times.
There are times.
Appropriate
there are
times. Right.
So thanks again, Joyce, and thanks to the GRAB Coalition. We appreciate you. Folks, it is 6:54 a.m. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
I'm Dr. James Markham, host of the television program Heart of Health, seen right here on WTNB television, Thursday at 7 o'clock, Friday at 8 a.m., or Sunday at 3:30 p.m.
I'm Wes Robbins with Landmark Insurance Brokerage. When it comes to employee benefits, we've got you covered. Call me today for the best service and best solutions to your group health and employee benefits needs. At Landmark Insurance Brokerage, we've got you covered.
How would you like to look and feel better? If so, then visit the Ford Center for Anti-Aging, located at 2020 Key Street Northwest. Dr. Ford has been serving Cleveland and the surrounding area since 1984. He is a licensed physician with the Board of Anti-Aging Medicine, offering affordable Botox injections. Botox is a medication that is used to treat dynamic wrinkles such as crow's feet, forehead lines, and frown lines. In addition to Botox therapy, rejuvenate and smooth wrinkled skin. The micro laser peel treats skin conditions associated with aging and active lifestyles. If you're looking for safe and affordable anti-aging treatment, call the Ford Center for Anti-Aging at 423-614-0535, located at 2020 Key Street Northwest.
Kyle Dodge Chrysler Jeep, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland, is your #1 Dodge Chrysler and Jeep dealer in this area. Stop by and see the brand new 2011 Chrysler 200. The 200 is essentially a new nameplate with a significant facelift to the outgoing 2010 Chrysler Sebring. A beautiful vehicle at an unbeatable price. And while you're there, check out the all-new Jeep Grand Cherokee and the newly designed Dodge Durango. Redesigned, revamped, and reinvigorated. Yes, the Dodge Durango is back, bigger and better than ever. Kyle Dodge Chrysler Jeep offers a complete parts and service department with qualified service technicians to fix and repair your vehicle. So for your next brand new or pre-owned vehicle, make it Kyle Dodge Chrysler Jeep, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back, Debbie James. We appreciate you joining us this morning. It is 6:57 on this beautiful Tuesday morning. We're going to take a quick glance at the weather, and then we're going to jump right into the things that matter. The weather outside was a little bit cool this morning.
It wasn't cool enough.
No, I like it.
It'll be cooler. It'll be cooler tomorrow, probably.
Yes. Well, there we go. And you are correct.
I wonder,
right on the money.
I wonder what the weather's like down in Canada.
Down by the equator is much warmer.
I know. Like,
yes.
Isn't that one of those islands in the Caribbean?
Slovakian states, yes, right off Jamaica.
Right,
so,
right. Yeah.
We didn't even talk about. It's going to be nice today, a little bit cooler tomorrow.
Oh yeah, right.
And cool on Friday. Yeah. Beautiful fall-like weather. And you can read it for yourself. We're not going to insult you and read the weather to you.
There's no need. You can read.
So without further ado, we're going to jump right into the things that matter.
My name is Matt, and these are the things that matter. Talk about drugs, Matt. Talk about drugs. Colorado officials have disqualified the grand champion goat from this year's state fair because they say it tested positive for an unapproved drug. The goat tested positive for a food additive approved only for swine, not for goats. And the thing I'm thinking here is, what is this world coming to when even our goats get their hands on drugs?
We need
to
Joyce
beef themselves up in order to win the state championship. So be the grand champion of the state fair.
You know, something that I find interesting with this one is that some reason at some point they felt it necessary to drug test. That somebody at 1 year said, you know, that goat just doesn't look right. I think he's on something.
Yeah. they get a little puffy.
Yeah, so Joyce, get on that one. Let's start. We need to start the goats.
Yeah, do we have goats here in town?
Yes,
we can test
we have
on that. All right, get this. This was disturbing to me. Jonathan McGowan, a professional taxidermist, started eating roadkill at age 14 when he found a dead adder, that's a snake, on the side of a road and decided to cook it. That first snake wasn't very tasty, he said, but he was intrigued. Over time, McGowan came to see the ecological and culinary benefits of eating only meat he found dead on the side of the road. He's been eating roadkill for 30 years.
Okay. A couple things I find interesting with this article.
Just a couple, okay?
Number one, you had to look up adder, didn't you?
I did not have to look up adder.
Did. Seriously?
No, they're like poisonous. They're
Yeah. Okay. Two, you know, I'm going to defend this guy a little bit here. I know that's...
Wait a minute, you're going to defend the guy for eating roadkill?
You know, it's a dead animal. Whether you
eating
shoot it or...
snake?
Well, if you kill it or you see it on the side of the road dead, as long as it hadn't been there for, a week,
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my... People, all right, here's what I want you to do, all right? The next time you can't avoid hitting that squirrel...
Called Jonathan McGowan.
Then what I want you to do is I want you to pull over to the side of the road, go get it, take it to your house, grill it up, You know, put some barbecue sauce on it. You want to dehair it first, probably.
Dehair it?
Dehair it. I don't even know if that's a word.
Skin would probably.
Skin it? Okay, skin it. And then tell me. I'd like you to write into this show. Contact Jennifer James or Chris Weir or somebody like that, Joe Palo, and tell us what it was like to eat roadkill.
Or what it was like to dehair.
Or to dehair a squirrel. My goodness, roadkill? Seriously? Roadkill.
Okay, go on.
All right, I'm sorry. That's just gross. All right. This is an interesting medical issue. Melinda Arnold, she's 34 years old. She was born without a womb.
Okay.
Which is
terrible
and a little strange. But she does produce eggs. So after trying several methods to have a baby, she was unable to, she will become the first woman in Australia to undergo a womb transplant.
Well, that's a great story.
Yeah, it's kind of a cool story.
Yeah.
She's getting the womb from her mother.
That's a little weird. That's
So
a really nice story.
It's, I guess, if you think womb transplant, really?
Well, I mean, let's walk this through, okay? When she was a baby inside her mother, she was in her mother's womb,
which is a beautiful, wonderful thing.
Absolutely. Then
she's going to have her own baby, also in her own mother's womb.
Wow, that's hard to wrap your mind around.
Talk about like mother, like daughter. First dates can be awkward.
Yes.
So it's good to find common interests, like long walks on the beach or petty crime. Florida police arrested a couple last week for allegedly attempting a dine and ditch after the couple enjoyed their first date. Guys, I just want to talk to you for a second. If you are see a woman and you decide you want to go ahead and ask her out on a first date, please make sure to have money.
You know, and secondly, if you propose the idea of dining and ditching,
and she agrees,
maybe a second date isn't your best.
I don't know. I don't know if this is a good idea, but you know, the economy has hit us pretty hard. And so, you know, people have to make do with whatever they have to. Actually, the story went on, and she actually made it out to the parking lot, of course, without having to pay. But then he was trying to get out, but he didn't want to, you know, so he went out a fire exit, and the alarm sounded. This is how smart these people are.
Yeah, nice job. One more.
Here we go. This is a good one. This is a good one. A British auction house plans to open bidding on a slab of a metal butt severed from the bronze statue of Saddam Hussein, famously toppled by American troops during the invasion of Iraq.
That was a very symbolic video. I remember that toppling.
This British soldier collected the approximately 2 feet by 2 feet replica of Hussein's posterior, 2 feet by 2 feet. That's a pretty big butt. While working as a journalist in 2003, because he recognized that the derriere was probably a collector's item. I thought this was great. They're auctioning off Saddam Hussein's butt. Isn't that great?
It's interesting, and it'll probably go for a pretty penny.
They probably are going to pay a lot of money for his butt. I would pay a lot of money for his butt
if you can prove it was the same piece of metal.
Well, I think it probably. I mean, how would that be? Are you really going to replicate a Saddam Hussein's butt? I mean, seriously, out of bronze? How many of those are there in the world?
That's a good point.
You know?
And those are.
My name is Matt, and those are the things that matter. By the way, I apologize to all of you Amish out there. If you're watching, please forgive the comments from last week. And for the rest of you who are not Amish, beware the Amish. Okay. Amish gangs.
Stick with us, folks. If you haven't already turned the channel, stick with us. We have our political analyst on today to talk about the developments in the GOP campaign.
Yes.
Milan Blake will be joining us after this commercial. Stick with us.
999.
I'm Kathy Guy with Landmark Insurance Brokerage. Call us today for all your personal insurance needs. With 28 years in the insurance business, I have the solutions and pricing you are looking for. At Landmark Insurance Brokerage, we've got you covered.
Kyle Dodge Chrysler Jeep, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland, is your #1 Dodge Chrysler and Jeep dealer in this area. Stop by and see the brand new 2011 Chrysler 200. The 200 is essentially a new nameplate with a significant facelift to the outgoing 2010 Chrysler Sebring. A beautiful vehicle at an unbeatable price. And while you're there, check out the all-new Jeep Grand Cherokee and the newly designed Dodge Durango. Redesigned, revamped, and reinvigorated. Yes, the Dodge Durango is back, bigger and better than ever. Kyle Dodge Chrysler Jeep offers a complete parts and service department with qualified service technicians to fix and repair your vehicle. So for your next brand new or pre-owned vehicle, make it Kyle Dodge Chrysler Jeep, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland.
I'm Dr. James Markham, host of the television program Heart of Health, seen right here on WTNB television. Thursday at 7 o'clock, Friday at 8 a.m., or Sunday at 3:30 p.m.
How would you like to look and feel better? If so, then visit the Ford Center for Anti-Aging, located at 2020 Key Street Northwest. Dr. Ford has been serving Cleveland and the surrounding area since 1984. He is a licensed physician with the Board of Anti-Aging Medicine, offering affordable Botox injections. Botox is a medication that is used to treat dynamic wrinkles such as crow's feet, forehead lines, and frown lines. In addition to Botox therapy, rejuvenate and smooth wrinkled skin. The micro laser peel treats skin conditions associated with aging and active lifestyles. If you're looking for safe and affordable anti-aging treatment, call the Ford Center for Anti-Aging at 423-614-0535, located at 2020 Key Street Northwest.
Welcome back, Tennessee Valley. Thanks for joining us on this beautiful Tuesday morning, 7:08 a.m. and a solid 69 degrees right here in the studio. I know you are concerned about our comfort, so we want to let you know that. We have one of our favorite guests. All of our guests, we tell are our favorite, but Milan, you're really one of our favorites.
Well, you make us all feel as if we were, right?
Well, we got the political season coming up. We need to hear from you.
We're going to see a lot of Milan, I think, probably for the next year, but Milan is our local political analyst, and Milan.
Well, speaking of year, you know, it's a year from probably today that we start early voting for the president.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Perfect timing.
Significant.
And here we are already jumping knee-deep in it. The GOP side of this ticket is getting chaotic. What's going on?
Well, they still continue to debate. In fact, there's a debate tonight, and they keep changing who's the lead runner, but you know they haven't quite found the candidate that they really love.
Right. So you kind of pointed out last time you were here, which is about a month ago, I guess, that Rick Perry was kind of the guy with the target on his back. How's Rick Perry faring now?
Well, that target they hit. They hit it. But he's not out of it completely. I mean, he has accumulated a lot of money from what I understand. He's up in the $16-17 million and stuff like that.
Wow.
Well, that'll help, I guess.
So, you know, I guess if you look at it from one point of view, he's taking his licks now, kind of getting it out of the way. Now Herman Cain's the front runner, and you're getting ready to see them go after him. Remember, at one time he was on the Federal Reserve, and that's going to come up. And there's his 999 plan, which I'm sure you've heard about,
right,
is going to get some big-time scrutiny. So it'd be interesting.
So Herman Cain, just for those of us who are kind of amateurs at this, he's the Godfather pizza guy, right?
He was the CEO of Godfathers, and at one time I think Burger King or something like that. Yeah.
And he's also unique, and we can't ignore this, the fact that he's an African-American candidate on the GOP side, which makes him also interesting as well. So he's the leader, and he's got this 999 plan. What exactly is it?
The 999 plan, as he describes it, is 9% corporate tax, 9% income tax, and 9% federal sales tax.
Wow. All right. So it's just simplified, and it smells a little bit like the fair tax. I mean, is that just across the board?
Well, that's one of the things that the fair tax wanted, I think. The fair tax, I think, was just 17% across the board, if I remember correctly.
Right,
that was what Forbes and Steve Forbes and those guys pushed at one time.
Right.
But,
okay. So we've covered Rick Perry and now the front runner, Herman Cain.
And then you got Romney.
Okay. Where's Romney at?
Romney is right where he always has been. I mean, he's I think in the mid-20s or low 20s is where he's polling, it seems like, and he does well in the debates, but he doesn't move up. But he doesn't move down. He's just right there.
So he's the pillar of consistency.
He's not gaining and he's not losing. But the thing of it is, I think, is that he should be gaining if he's doing so well.
Well, from what I hear, it's like everybody in the GOP, it's like they're trying to find somebody other than Romney.
Exactly.
It's just like they're trying to find. They had Michelle Bachmann and then Rick Perry and now Herman Cain. It's like anybody could be able to beat Romney.
We were even excited about Donald Trump at one time.
Yeah, I never understood that myself.
So
anybody.
So Matt mentioned Michelle Bachmann. I haven't heard much from our favorite Michelle Bachmann.
I think you'll hear more about her. Iowa is a place, a state that should go first in the primaries. She should do well there.
Okay.
So you'll hear a lot about that.
Now, Christie, you mentioned Christie last time we were here.
Yes.
He's since said that he's not running.
He since said he is not running for the 14,000th time. He said no,
Right.
but then he came out and endorsed Romney.
Ooh, that's huge. That's huge for Romney, isn't it?
It's good for Romney. I'm sure he'll take all the endorsements, but then a lot of people in the Republican Party are scratching their head saying, why are you endorsing a candidate that we don't love?
So is that a potential ticket? Are we seeing a potential Mitt Romney, Christie ticket? Christie as a vice president?
It's way too early to tell. That won't be till July or August next year.
Okay. All right. So
I wouldn't be surprised, but I mean, way too early to tell.
So my last question, and this may be the last time we bring her name up, I don't know, but since we saw you last, Sarah Palin announced she is not running for president. Is this the end of her 15 minutes?
No, what she said was she's not seeking the GOP nomination, right? Isn't that what she said?
Which means she's not running.
Because you think she's going to run as an independent, Matt?
I think that if Romney gets the GOP nomination, then I think chances are somebody from the Tea Party will come on as a third party. That's what I think.
Interesting.
It may be Perry, it may be Bachmann, it may be Sarah Palin, it may be any of those. And I think Sarah Palin, she's kind of there at the beginning of the movement. But I think if Romney were to get the GOP nomination, I don't know that a lot of the conservatives in this country would be able to handle that. And I think they'd probably try to push somebody else in there.
So
but I don't think Sarah would be the one.
Well, maybe not Sarah.
What's next for her then? I mean, what's she got?
Well, she's got a big bus to ride around in, right? According to her, she wants to just help whoever the nominee is get into the White House and do all the media stuff or something like that.
Is that so? She's looking for a paying gig with some existing candidates.
Imagine that, yeah.
Yeah, gotta get paid. I don't fault her.
Fox
for that,
News. She's employed by Fox News too.
That's true too. That's true.
And a book tour might be something there. Yeah.
She's done that twice already.
Yeah. So last time we were here, you talked a little bit about the actual voting dates and how the different states are lining up to try and be first. You got an update for us?
Yeah. Florida has decided to move up. I think they're like January 30th or 31st, something like that. So all the other states who want to be before Florida, which would be Iowa, New Hampshire, South Carolina, Nevada, are all trying to get their dates squared away. They have to pretty soon, by the beginning of the November, they got to have all their stuff squared away. And I think I heard yesterday that Iowa is going November 3rd or 4th. I mean, right after the New Year or something like that.
So Iowa, you said November, you meant January?
January, I'm sorry. Yes.
So Iowa, if they go that early, will they probably still remain first?
Well, I mean, that's the thing is that the Nevada still has to make their decision. I think, they can go in December. So, I mean, they need to make a decision here pretty soon. And
wow,
they
so we could be looking at a December primary possibly?
Yeah, I mean, we're about 60 days away, aren't we?
Oh, my goodness.
Man.
From voting in the presidential primary. But here in Tennessee, it has already been determined it will be March 6th.
Oh, March. So. And that, you kind of suggested, was a Super Tuesday.
There's a lot that's when, 13, 14 states or something like that all go.
That'll be a big day. That'll probably determine the candidate on that day.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. After Iowa, New Hampshire, South Carolina, and definitely Florida, you'll be down to about 2 or 3.
Okay. So why does, and a lot of people may not understand this, and maybe I don't as well. So why do you want to be first? Why is Iowa so anxious to be the first in line?
I think for Iowa is tradition.
Sure.
They're playing the tradition role there, but also money. That's where the candidates are getting ready to spend a lot of money on commercials. Those 30-second commercials that we love to watch.
Yes.
We're getting ready to get bombarded with them.
And that's, of course, good for the economy in Iowa, and they get a lot of attention nationally. And so I guess Matt Carlson, one of our friends, over at Habitat. Matt Carlson is from Iowa. Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah. And there's not much else there. So, come on, Florida. Florida's got beaches. I mean, Florida, give Iowa the first primary.
Vermont has ski.
Well, if you think about it, Florida's got, probably one of the largest populations of senior citizens, and quite frankly, there's not a moment to lose. They need so it's understandable.
They lose a certain number of their voting population if they're infected.
My goodness.
Last week it was the Amish. Now we're attacking our senior citizens.
I will never attack our senior citizens. Never.
So, Milan, you said there's a debate tonight.
Yep.
What should we be looking for? What do you expect to see, not just tonight, but in the weeks to come here?
Tonight's debate. You'll probably see the candidates go after Herman Cain. They'll go after him on the 999 plan.
So Rick Perry's going to be like, yes, somebody else is being attacked.
Yeah. But that also means he's not polling.
That's true
too. So it's going to be a bob and weave for a little bit.
So Herman Cain's going to be the guy they're going after tonight.
Now, is there a theme tonight? Like last debate was last week.
Bloomberg was more of the economic.
Economic, and that's why the 999 plan came out. What about tonight? Is there a theme?
I don't know if there's a theme or not. It may be fair game.
Maybe it's fall festival theme. I was thinking.
Well,
school.
Nevada, Las Vegas area, they were one of the biggest hit by the mortgage bubble or the housing bubble.
Yeah, people stopped gambling, I think.
Maybe that was what it was. So maybe they'll touch on that tonight. I don't know.
Yeah. So Herman Cain, I heard of another candidate, actually, a guy named Johnson, who is a former governor of New Mexico.
Yes.
This guy is kind of interesting. He's polling at like 3 and maybe 4%. And he's my guy. He has climbed, and we're going to give him the Tennessee Valley bump. You know how the Colbert Report, you go on there, they always get a bump in percentage
Now,
points.
wait a minute. What you're giving him, what about me? I don't even know this guy.
Johnson, we're going to give him the Tennessee Valley Tuesday morning host bump. All right, this guy Johnson, he has climbed Everest. He has run the Ironman in Hawaii. He has ridden the Leadville Trail 100-mile mountain bike race. This guy is a guy after my own heart, and
he's been governor.
He's been governor. He cut taxes 22 times in New Mexico. He's a libertarian at heart. This guy is interesting, if nothing else. So watch him. He should go to at least 4 to 5%.
Well, I don't think he'll be in the debates though.
No, he didn't make the stage, so he hasn't been on the stage, and that's a big stage, so he might be a long
But
shot.
that may be because he doesn't have name recognition, and with our bump,
there you go.
Maybe it'll push it up
After tonight, man.
Yeah.
Johnson, New Mexico.
I'm sure
former
CNN
governor.
will call him right now and let him know.
I think so. They should.
Mylan, we appreciate having you on, man.
It's always good to be here.
Thanks
at 7:10 in the morning.
That's right. And by the way, Mylan has a radio show, Whoop FM, every Monday morning.
Yep.
What time is that?
7 to 9.
7 to 9. So if you want to hear a lot more in-depth political analysis, not just on the national level, but local and regional levels as well, tune in to 99.9 FM, Whoop Radio, and listen to Mylan's show every Monday morning. So once again, thanks, Mylan. Appreciate you being here.
Oh, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Cool. It is 7:21. Stick with us. We have one more segment. We'll be right back.
would you like to look and feel better? If so, then visit the Ford Center for Anti-Aging, located at 2020 Key Street Northwest. Dr. Ford has been serving Cleveland and the surrounding area since 1984. He is a licensed physician with the Board of Anti-Aging Medicine, offering affordable Botox injections. Botox is a medication that is used to treat dynamic wrinkles such as crow's feet, forehead lines, and frown lines. In addition to Botox therapy, rejuvenate and smooth wrinkled skin. The micro laser peel treats skin conditions associated with aging and active lifestyles. If you're looking for safe and affordable anti-aging treatment, call the Ford Center for Anti-Aging at 423-614-0535, located at 2020 Key Street Northwest.
I'm Byron Winters with Landmark Insurance Brokerage. Contact me for all of your business insurance needs. From general liability to workers' comp, commercial auto, and business umbrellas, Landmark Insurance has you covered.
Kyle Dodge Chrysler Jeep, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland, is your #1 Dodge, Chrysler, and Jeep dealer in this area. Stop by and see the brand new 2011 Chrysler 200. The 200 is essentially a new nameplate with a significant facelift to the outgoing 2010 Chrysler Sebring. A beautiful vehicle at an unbeatable price. And while you're there, check out the all-new Jeep Grand Cherokee and the newly designed Dodge Durango. Redesigned, revamped, and reinvigorated. Yes, the Dodge Durango is back, bigger and better than ever. Kyle Dodge Chrysler Jeep offers a complete parts and service department with qualified service technicians to fix and repair your vehicle. So for your next brand new or pre-owned vehicle, make it Kyle Dodge Chrysler Jeep, located at 511 South Lee Highway in Cleveland.
I'm Dr. James Markham, host of the television program Heart of Health, seen right here on WTNB television. Thursday at 7 o'clock, Friday at 8 a.m. or Sunday at 3:30 p.m.
Good morning, Tennessee Valley. Welcome back on this beautiful Tuesday. It is 7:23. If you're getting ready for your day, we want to give you a quick look at the local weather so that you can prepare yourself for what lies ahead. As Matt predicts, it'll be cold tomorrow. We'll take a look. Yeah, well, there you go. A high of 82 today, rather warm, mostly sunny. But tonight, low of 54. Tomorrow matches that low with that high.
Exactly. It's important that we point that out.
So is midnight going to be the hottest point of tomorrow?
I think
literally 12:01. It's cooling down all day.
But look at Thursday morning. You see that 35 for the low.
35. We're getting close to freezing.
I know. We're getting down into to cold weather here. I'm kind of excited.
The leaves are changing. If you've been out and driving around, I went to Knoxville about a week ago and drove up there, and the leaves are changing. And look at this. We even have flowers here that are fall colors. Isn't that nice? You can't really see that. I need to pull that
up there.
There you go.
Show that.
Very nice.
Those are those daisies? They're kind of like daisies.
They're beautiful, beautiful. So, all right. Restaurant Tuesday.
Digressing.
Yes, Restaurant Tuesday today. CBC in Cleveland.
Right.
Go check it out. CBC will donate.
Have you been there yet?
A portion. I have.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's nice. Oh, it's really nice. The burgers, the buns are really interesting. I don't know what they do with them, but they're really tasty.
Put butter on. Everything tastes better with butter.
Butter on the buns.
Yes.
Oh, we're digressing again. I'm going to stay away from that rabbit trail. CBC has donated a portion of their proceeds to United Way, which supports up to 30 agencies here locally in town. A lot of great stuff going on, and it's a great way to feed your face and feed your community. Huh?
And nice
then,
one. That's good.
Just down the street, Red Ribbon, which is a great little gift shop. If you haven't been there, you got to check out the Red Ribbon, is doing their Red Ribbon cutting.
Red Ribbon Week of Red Ribbon Month.
Right. So during Red Ribbon Week of Red Ribbon Month, Red Ribbon Gift Shop will do a Red Ribbon cutting. That's all correct.
It is.
Today at 10
It's
o'clock.
all correct.
All day you go in there. Again, Red Ribbon is donating a portion of the proceeds to United Way. So 2 ways that you can give to the United Way today. Exciting, great way for our community to rally around. So many great agencies here in town. Boys and Girls Club, YMCA, so many organizations like that. Signal Center, Bone Birth Defect Center. We could go on and on.
Caring Place.
What to watch for tonight? Kicks off the World Series for baseball fans out there.
Yes, there you go.
The World Series
Rangers
is on tonight. Yeah, go Rangers. We don't really have a local team in the mix. The Braves were kind of fell apart there at the end of the season.
Completely.
A collapse.
It would have set a Major League Baseball record, except that the Red Sox were worse.
Yes.
By a game or a half game or something.
Thank you, Bostonians. Appreciate you up there. That was wicked.
Oh, nice.
You like that?
Yeah.
That's the accent that Jennifer James.
Wicked awesome.
Wicked awesome. Jennifer James, who is Canadian, just outside of Slovakia.
Right.
Right there near the equator.
In the Caribbean.
Outside of Jamaica.
Sure.
Her mother is in town today.
You know what?
Debbie James. Good morning, Debbie James. During break, she realized she didn't introduce us formally, so she ran in here and said, "It's Debbie, it's Debbie."
Yeah,
so,
her name is Debbie.
Yeah, so Jennifer James' mom, Debbie, welcome to America.
Is that short for Deborah?
Probably. Yeah. Welcome to America, Debbie. We appreciate you joining us.
Good to see you, Deb.
That's like a 24-hour flight from Slovakia.
24 hours, really?
Yes.
Does she cross the international date line?
Yes.
So well,
it's
that
like
makes
yesterday,
sense.
Today.
Yeah, makes sense, totally.
And then I just got to give you this highlight before we do favorite people. 2 football coaches had a little scuffle this weekend. Why don't you get your take? Jim Harbaugh and Jim Schwartz. Jim Harbaugh, the head coach of San Francisco 49ers, and Schwartz, the head coach for the Detroit Lions, had a face-off.
Yeah, sort of.
What happened there?
Jim Harbaugh got a little excited.
Yeah.
Got a little excited because he won the game. And he was mad a little bit earlier in the game, I think, because Jim Schwartz was like talking from his sideline. He was talking because Jim Harbaugh threw a challenge flag out on one of the scores that the Detroit Lions had or something, and got penalized and everything. And Schwartz was kind of mocking him for that. And so Harbaugh got a little mad. And so when he won the game, he starts like jumping all the way across the field. Get up there for the typical coach-to-coach handshake. Harbaugh didn't even look him in the eye. Just kind of slapped his hand, slapped his back, and ran off. And Schwartz didn't like that all that much.
Really?
He said that was not protocol. Apparently, Harbaugh had a choice word or two in there as well. So Schwartz chased him down.
Really?
Chased him down.
A little confrontation.
A little bit, and they started talking, and you can actually see Harbaugh saying, "Get out of my face, get out of my face." And yeah, they didn't come to blows though. They didn't come to blows, so no fines by the NFL. Really, I just think it's 2 really emotional guys acting like idiots.
Yeah, I like these gentlemen. I am also a coach. I coach 4 and 5-year-old soccer.
You do,
and it can get emotional.
I can imagine.
But I have never gotten another coach's face. I'll just have you know that.
That's good to know.
That's right.
That's good to know.
Guys,
how many of the kids have you screamed at and gotten in their faces?
Just my son. No. Favorite person? We got another.
My favorite person is Debbie James for birthing Jennifer James. We are blessed with Jennifer here in this studio, and I want to thank you, Debbie, for allowing her to be here to help us out.
That is wonderful. My favorite person this morning is Alan Mincy, good friend. He's been my favorite person in the past. He's just a great guy. Work with him over at the United Way. He sets up all these Restaurant Tuesdays. He's done a great job.
He's a good guy. And I beat him at fantasy football, so I like him.
So favorite person, Alan Mincy. Everyone have a wonderful Tuesday morning. We'll see you next week.
Bundle up. It's going to be cold tomorrow.